Another quick little project. We're going to make a pin cushion, one that you can travel and take away with, or get a present. It's just another thing. I've got a Brie, little Brie box, you know, French cheese box, a cardboard one. You can have a wooden one. I've pushed that lid out the top, and what we're going to do is we're going to make a template with that out of a bit of stiffer card here. So a bit of stiffer card. We're going to draw around and make a template. And when we've done that, we're going to paint all the boxes. We're going to paint them. I'm just going to paint it a white undercoat, and then I will show you what to do from there. So I've painted the boxes. As I said, I've done a couple of coats to cover it, and I've painted it inside and out all around. And I'm trying, it's a bit wet still, get my fingerprints. I haven't painted all the way inside because that's where we're going to have our stuff in that. But if you didn't want to have it as a pin cushion, just as a pretty box, put things in, bits of jewellery and stuff, you don't have, you can paint all the way inside, but you don't need to if you're going to make it into a pin cushion. And I've obviously painted that like that, and then the inside. So what we're going to do next with our piece of card that I cut out, I also cut out, sorry I've got weight everywhere, I'm doing this one-handed filming, a piece of pretty cardboard which is the same template as that, which you're going to stick on the back. So this is going to be underneath. So I'm going to stick this on first. Okay, so I do that and I'll come back to what I'm going to do next. So as I said, those are painted, and I've cut out a bit of fabric a bit bigger than the template as well, like that. That's going to be our inside covering. We're going to need some bit of stuffing, something so that you can cover it, so you can put your pins in inside. So that's a bit bigger than that. Now I did a bit of embroidery. I just had it sitting around the house for a while, a little bit. So I'm going to use this for my cover for the top of my thing. So I'm going to cut it out. You could just paint the box if you wanted, but it's nice if a little bit of stitching just to make it a bit individual. So I am going to get my template for the thing. I'm going to work out where I want the thing to go. So roughly about there. So I'm going to cut around, you can see, the template, obviously a bit bigger than the template. I don't mind, it's a bit of embroidery that's just sitting around my house that I was doing nothing with. See, I'm making this up as I go. This is what I do, I make things up as I go along. And I'm going to just snip it a little bit at some of the corners like that. So when we stick it down, it's a bit better. Right, we'll see how it goes, shall we? I've got my glue gun heating up. I don't know if it will stretch that far, so I'm going to have to come back here. Need a bit more glue. Is that on? Is that working? So what I'm going to do is cover that with glue all over the thing, around the edges. Sometimes this glue can be really tacky and you have to work with it really quickly. But as I said, you can use other stronger glue. Oh, I need some more. Oh God, I'm trying to do it before it dries out. Oh, this is reality. I'm under the table. Go in. You're going in? This is going to dry before I get a chance to glue it down. I know it is. Yeah, it is. It dries so instantly, this stuff. It's incredible how quickly it dries. I'll put that over there. Right, get me a bit of cloth. Let's get it. Oh, I've done it a bit lopsided. Stick it down. Then what I'm going to do is glue, flatten that. Let's glue around the edge like that. You can see, just going around the edge so you can stick those bits of fabric down. Let's see if it works. Oh dear, it's so sticky. I'm doing this really. I'm trying to do it before. I think you're going to have to do it bit by bit. Hold on. I'll tell you what, I'll come back to this. I'm going to stick it bit by bit. You don't want to sit and watch me doing that, it's boring, but I'm going to stick it down. You get the gist. So anyway, I've stuck it down like I said. I just went away, it just took a fiddly bit of time. And then I glued the paper at the back and stuck that on to give it a finish. I mean, you could do a fabric finish if you wanted it. So what you're going to do is, let's see if this might be a bit tight. Push it down. Push it down, fiddle with it. I could have done it a bit straighter, I've got a bit of a crease there. Fiddle with it there. So, you've got your lid. Okay, so there you go. You've got one lid. I've done the seam, I should have done that at the bottom. Actually, I'm going to turn that round. But just get the gist of it. Where's that seam? Go there. I've knocked a bit of the paint inside, scraped it, but you can top that up. I'm just doing this quickly because sorry about the other long theatre video. But I do love recycling stuff. So there you've got your lid for your little box. And I painted it bright blue because I love that blue. So it will go on like that. See, your little box. So what I'm going to do is, I mean, you could put something around the outside if you wanted to as well. I'm now going to fill, this might be a bit too much, that in there, a bit like that. And I'm going to push that in the sides. And what I'm going to do, this is going to be a bit fiddly, what you could do is stitch it at the back, to be honest, just to hold it in place to make it stiffer. Tell you what, I'm going to do that and I'll come back when I'm finished that. I'm just going to stitch it in the back, if you know what I mean. I might just get it like that and stitch it around a bit so it holds it in place. And then what you can do is then glue in there and stick it down. And we'll come back to it, I'll show you when it's done. Right, you've got, so what I've done is, as I said, I've just pushed that down and stuck that in. You could do it a bit neater than me. I've just done it really quickly. As I said, I'm making this as I go along, and you've got your little box, and then you've got your pin cushion. Oh, that was a bit crooked, that pin. See? Little pin cushion. And what you can do is, when you're not using it, is, because I love my pin cushions, they're really handy when I'm sewing. And I like to take them, when you do start to travel again, I like to take pins with me and put them in my suitcase. You push them down like that and you keep them stored. So it's all great for when you go travelling, like that. And you've got your little case. Really easy, simple, using a Brie box. Another idea with my recycling. And have fun. See, there you go.